शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
Bhagavad Gita, Bhasya, chapter 18. We are studying verse 47. Read verse 47.
श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्।
By performance of one's dharma, in the sense karma, swadharma here, swakarma. As per varnashrama system, whatever karma is enjoined on the members of each varnas, taking into account, of course, the ashramas also, the stages of life also. By performance of these in dedication to Ishvara, as worship of Ishvara, it gives Shuddha Buddhi, pure mind, in the sense that type of mind which is capable of displaying, exhibiting, revealing our true Chaitanya nature in its original nature, free from the cognitions of all superimposed entities on it. Maybe some antakarana samskaras will be there. Because so long as the body is there, antakarana has to be there, the connection with antakarana must be there. But that samskara of the antakarana is not bringing in the range of your cognition of any drishya, adhyastha, superimposed entities. We are concerned with what we are aware of. In that state, in the Shuddha Antakarana, that buddhi, that mind has got the capacity to make us aware of our true nature, Chaitanya, free from any superimposed entities. That is indispensable, for which Varnashrama karma is the means to be taken to with adoration of Ishvara. Now, in this context, as we have seen the verse already, one's karmas may be defective, like that of Kshatriya. He has to kill others. He also may be killed. Yet, one has to stick to the performance of one's karma as per the Swabhava Niyata was told. We have seen that. Swabhava Niyata or Sahaja. And that karma, even if defective, it doesn't harm the person from, of course, spiritual pursuit. Now, here, one point you have to take into account. All along, Krishna is talking of karma, which is Swadharma, Swakarma, as per the Varna system. As per the system of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, which of course was ordained by Ishvara himself. But nowadays, in the present world, more or less, Varna system is not in practice. Few somewhere may follow it, but largely it is out of practice. In such context, though many times, in most of the cases, ancestrally, in which varnas we are born, is known. But according karmas are not practice or is not practical, one may say. In such situation, what karma we have to take as our karma as per the Varna system? It remains principle being the same. As the time advances, to some extent, without deviating much from the principles, one is or one can slightly modify, but it has to be based on the sanction of smritis, though not Veda Shrutis, smritis, or even if it is not available smriti, it should be based on the guidance of knowledgeable people, authoritative people who have already got such knowledge, and such jnanis may recommend alternate means. Here alternate means the alternate karma. In the present context, as many Mahatmas have put forward, we can take the karma, irrespective of Varna system, etc., of helping the needy, serving the needy, always help others, never hurt others. Thereby, what we can do is, we can get rid of our present a narrow view of me, of I, me and mine. Everything is centered around the individual. So much of selfishness. I don't care attitude about others. Thereby, that identification with the embodiment becomes more and more deep. As a result, to gain Atma Jnana becomes more and more difficult. So therefore, expand. Someone said expansion is love, or love is expansion. You do good to others also. To that extent, you can declutch from your identity in the body. So that is again, love all, serve all, help ever, hurt never. Why? The divinity principle in you is verily present, the same divinity principle is present in one and all. Truly, you are serving yourself. So that if you do that, you get a sense of satisfaction, a sense of quietude in the mind. To that extent, your identity in the body gets reduced and the mind becoming more and more calm and composed becomes more and more ready to reveal yourself. This is based on the universal fact that one and the same divinity principle abides in all. That is what we say as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is the very basic principle of our Sanatana Dharma, the Vedic Dharma. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Entire globe is a one big family. All of us originate from one and the same source, the ultimate divinity principle, which is in and through us, which is in and through the entire cosmos. Based on that, you expand and slowly, gradually reduce the identity with your body. Even what I have, I share with others. Truly speaking, as human beings, of course, animals are programmed and they never violate those the rules. But humans have the capacity to violate the rules. As human beings, we have the what? Permission, as it were, sanction, as it were, to take from this world whatever that is necessary to the extent of our needs. What we need in our life for us, for a decent and dignified living, each and every one of us has the right to take from the public world. But even if you have earned, I have earned it, maybe you have no right to take more than what you need, because The resources are public. They are meant for all. Maybe, but I want it. It is your prerogative. It is your privilege that you earn equally. It should be your privilege to share more and more with others. So you have got it. Credit goes to you. You get benefited more than the amassing. So therefore, I have earned is not argument, but more than what I need needs to be shared with others. With this help, with this attitude, if we conduct ourselves in the world with helping never, hurting never, serving all, loving all, we can gain with the attitude that I am serving the Ishvara, I am adoring the Ishvara in all these names and forms. That is Swakarmanatam Abhyarcha Siddhim Vindati Manava. It can be in this present context. So therefore, yes, now here we are discussing in the context of Varnashrama Dharma. So that is performance of one's duty, discharging one's duty, though defective by its nature, is preferable than performing well the karmas of others, other varnas. Then you may say, no, my karma is defective. Doesn't matter. The defect of that, your karma, is not going to harm you. Your karma, here described as Swabhava Niyatam Karma. Niyatam Vyavasthapitam. Fixed by Swabhava. We have seen the three meanings of word Swabhava. I mean, the one who does that, Kilbisham Naapnoti. One doesn't incur sin, for which Bhashyakara is going to give an illustration. Read Bhashya, Shreyan.
श्रेयान् प्रशस्यतरः स्वः धर्मः स्वधर्मः विगुणः अपि इति अपि शब्दः द्रष्टव्यः.
Shreyan. The meaning is given as Prashasya Taraha, means more praiseworthy, more excellent, commendable. So Swaha Dharma. So Dharma means Swaha Dharma. Swasya Dharma means Swasya Karma. One's karma, one's duty, that's Swadharma, is what? More praiseworthy, excellent, commendable. When Viguna api, if it is full of good things, certainly it is good, excellent. Even it is Viguna. Viguna means some defects are there. Api, even if means not that in all it is so, but in some cases, some defects are inherently in that karma, and which is your karma, your duty. Viguna api iti, api, that word api also, api shabda drashtavya, means not simply viguna, not that all are viguna, but even if that api, even if or also it is viguna, Shreyan, it is commendable. Commendable than what? More praiseworthy than what? Continue.
Paradharmat swanushtitat.
Then the paradharma. Paradharma is parakarma. Karma of others. What of karma? Swanushtita. Sushtu anishtita. Well done. Properly done. That is discharging one's duty, though defective, even if it is defective in nature, is better than what is that? An excellent performance of others, other karmas of other varnas. Now one may object, sir, it is fine. What? Good karma is that, okay. But if my karma is like that, fighting the battle, etc., wherein lot of himsa, killing is involved, is it not defective? Such karma which is infested with killing, should I do it? Why not do other better other karmas which are not so defective? For which answer is given in the second line. Read Swabhavaniyatam.
Swabhava niyatam. Swabhavena niyatam.
Niyatam. Fixed. Vyavasitam. By what? Swabhava. Swabhava is seen Prakriti Trigunaatmaka Maya, or characteristic disposition, or past janma samskara, all depending on the context are applicable. So that is, I told you, the swabhava, sahaja, swabhavaja is going to come very repeated. It's swabhavena niyatam. Karma enjoined by the swabhava. Swabhavena niyatam. Now, what is it? Because this word swabhavaniyata is used by Bhagavan here first time. So, Bhashyakara is pointing us out. Don't get confused. What was earlier described in verses 42 to 44 as Swabhavajam. Those karmas only are here. Swabhavaniyatam karma. Bhashyakara clarifies. Continue, Bhashyakara.
Yaduktam swabhavajam iti tadeva uktam swabhava niyatam iti.
Yaduktam, whatever that was already told, means the vihita, enjoined karmas as per 4 varnas, which were already distinguished and recommended as enjoined by Ishvara in the verses 42 to 44 of this very same chapter. So that is Yaduktam, whatever that was described earlier. What was that described earlier? Swabhavajam iti. In the case of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the Swabhavaja karma which was described earlier, Tadeva, that karma itself, Tadeva Uktam, the same karma is told or described here in this verse 47 as what? Swabhavaniyatam iti. So one thing. Now, to this effect, that though one's karma as enjoined in the Shastra, even if defective, it is better to take to it. It cannot do any harm. To this effect, an illustration is given as that of a worm born of something which is poisonous in nature. A worm or insect, etc., born from a cause which is poisonous in nature, and yet that worm doesn't die, doesn't get fainted, doesn't get disease like fever, etc. So this illustration is being given by Bhashyakara. Read Yata.
यथा विषजातस्य इव कृमेः विषं न दोषकरं तथा स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन् न आपनोति किल्बिषं पापम्.
Yatha, just as Vishajatasya krimehe iva. Krimi, a worm or insect. From where is it born? Vishajatasya. Vishad udbhutasya. A worm or insect born from a poisonous cause. To that worm or insect, Visham doshakaram na. That poison doesn't bring any dosha, defect in the sense of harm. That poison doesn't harm that worm like that. Tatha means that worm or insect doesn't die, doesn't get fainted, doesn't get disease like fever, etc. It is intact. Tatha, like that. Swabhavaniyatam karma. The karma which is enjoined by one's swabhava. You have seen the meaning of swabhava? Kurvan, having done. Kilvisham na apnoti. Meaning of kilvisham is papam. Papam na apnoti. What is that? Papa is not. The again means one doesn't incur sin. In this context, it is worth comparing this verse with the verse 35 of chapter 3. Shreyan swadharmo viguna paradharma svanushtita. First line as it is. Then swadharme nidanam shreya paradharmo bhayava. Second line changes there. Swadharme nidhanam, you have to add api, shreya. It is preferable, to discharge one's duties, karmas, as swadharma, even if one may die while doing so. Swadharme nidhanam api. While discharging one's duty, even if one has to die, shreya, it is for the betterment of that individual. Why? Paradharmo bhayava. Taking to the performance of others' karmas, because mine is defective, is bhayava, is full of danger, fear. What is that bhaya? Like that of naraka, etc. So, one the narakadi lakshana bhaya. It may even take the person to hell, etc., which are more sorrowful in nature. Because what prompts the individual to take to other karma is some desire. And if he is not alert and doesn't check the desire, in course of time, he can be a dharmic person and may land in hell, etc. So better stick to one's karma. Other thing, this is told by Vedas. Disobeying is going to bring punishment. So that is what told here. An example is given how it is not this harming the individual. Now, Bhagavan is concluding that one should stick to sahaja karma only. One should stick to karma in accordance with one's svabhava. For this, Bhashyakara gives prastavana, introduction to this verse 48. Read Bhashya.
स्वभाव नियतम कर्म कुर्वाणः विषजः इव कृमिः किल्बिषं न आपनोति इति उक्तम.
Now, three reasons are given why one must perform the karma as per one's svabhava or svabhava niyata. First reason, as told in 47 earlier verse, svabhava niyatam karma kurvana. Kurvana, the person who is performing the karmas in accordance with one's svabhava. So why Vishajaha Krumihi iva? Just as a krimi, an insect, an insignificant creature, worm, etc. Vishajaha, born from a poisonous corn. Kilbisham na apnoti ityukta. It doesn't incur sin just as an insect or a worm born of poison doesn't get bad effects. Iti uktam, where it was told, stanza 47. Continue, number 2.
परधर्मः च भयावहः इति.
Other thing that was told in chapter 3, verse 35. Paradharmascha bhayavaha. Taking to the karma of other varna is frightful. It can take you to hell. Number 2. These are 3 facts because of which one should stick to Swadharma is being concluded. Number 3, read.
अनात्मज्ञः च न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि अकर्मकृत् तिष्ठति इति.
Again, in chapter 3, verse 5, it was told, Anatmadnyaha, Ajnani, who has no knowledge of one's true nature, Atma. Akarmakrit, without doing any karma, Kashchit kshanamapi najatu tishtati, never can remain even for a moment without discharging one's karmas. This was told. Therefore, one should perform one's karmas according to one's dharma. Yes, varna means such doubt may come in the mind. What is that? See, swadharma, dushta, defective in nature, should not be done because it is defective. Then other dharma should not be done because bhayavaha. If this is the case, why not don't do at all? Means this is a doubt. One's karma, if defective, is bound to give papa. That's way of thinking. Performing others' karma is again bhayava, can take you to hell. Therefore, best thing is what? Don't do. Both problems are not there. No, sir. Already told. An ignorant person can never remain even for a single moment without doing karma. He will do perforce something or other. Therefore, because of these three facts, by doing one's karma, though defective, one doesn't incur sin. Doing others' karma is fraught with fear. And Ajnani can never remain without, even for a single moment, without doing karma. Therefore, what is it? One must do the one's karma. Read that.
Ataha sahajam iti.
Therefore, Bhagavan is telling here, sahajamiti means this verse 48. Bhagavan is telling what is told in the verse 48. Read 48.
सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वारम्भा हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निरिवावृताः
Kaunteya sadosamapi sahajam karma and purusha na tyajet hi sarvarambha doshena agnihi dhumena iva avritaha. Kaunteya Arjuna sadoshamapi, even one's karma is with defects like killing, etc. Says, and but sahajam karma, that karma happens to be one sahaja, swabhava niyata. You have seen this meaning. It happens to one's karma as per the Shastra. says Sajam Karma, Purushaha, a Mumukshu, individual, na tyaje, should not abandon, but must perform. One has to discharge that duty. Why so? Because Sarvarambha. Arambha here is not just beginning, because the context is karma. All karmas, whether they are of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, in the sense whether they are Swadharma, Swakarma, or Paradharma, Parakarma. In all the cases, all of them, without exception, Doshena Avrutaha are full of defects. Like what? Agnihi dhumena iva avrata. Like the fire is covered by the smoke, so all karmas are defective in the sense. All karmas are trigunatmika. They are products of sattvaguna, rajoguna, tamaguna. And we know this gunatraya, trigunas, sattvaguna, rajoguna, tamaguna is samsara hetu, cause of samsara. Therefore, they are binding in nature. Karma means bandhana. You can't distinguish whosoever karma it may be, whether most exalted karma or most heinous karma, binding in nature. Maybe golden fetters and iron fetters, both are binding. So, therefore, swadharma, swakarma, sahaja karma, swabhavaniyata, all in the Vandana says, should be taken to, even if they are defective in nature, because all karmas, without exception, are product of three gunas, sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, and therefore they are binding in nature. Let us see the Bhasya. Sahajam.
Sahajam, sahajanmana eva utpannam sahajam. Kim tat karma kaunteya sadoshamapi trigunatvat na tyajet.
Sahajam. Sahajatam, saha utpannam. What is saha along with janmana eva? Karma born by karma, which is born with birth. You see this? Varma division was based on guna karma vibhaga. Division of guna, sattva guna, rajoguna, guna, karma, different karma, but for practical purpose, because these karmas were followed in the family lineage, for practical purpose, it was taken according to the birth. Other you have seen this. Otherwise, someone has to certify this is the karma of this person. Who is going to certify? Even if panel is there is no guarantee that the panel may become correct. and certificates may not be true to what they are. And because these Varnashrama karmas were strictly followed in those Vedic days, birth was in general taken as a criterion. Of course, every individual had the right to rise to the level of Brahmana guna-wise by developing sattva guna more and more and more, but not karma-wise. Changing karma is not possible. The guna-wise, everyone has got the right to rise up. So there sahajam, sahar, janmana eva utpannam sahajam. That which is born along with the birth. What is that? Kim tat? What is that born along with the birth? Namely, karma. Karma, which is born along with the birth. See, there is to be a specialization because of this. Even then, what they say, no, a child born in musician's family, even while crying, it will cry in saptaswaras. They say that. Nowadays, you will find in social media, tiny fellows singing so beautifully, playing instruments, musical instruments. Of course, past samskaras are there. Some Gandharvas must be there. It's happened. The Shilpi means that was the architect of this building, not the present architect who draw the plans, etc. But the temples, etc., that no very delicate work, the dosha Shilpi. Satya Sai Baba had one such Shilpi. All buildings of Satya Sai Baba he had done. So someone asked him, Swami, where did this person take the training? He said, not anywhere here. From Gandharva Loka. Somebody from Gandharva Loka, because Prarabdha Karma, is born who has got such skills. So that is what has been. So we were this art culture. Specialization used to be there. Therefore here, what is that? Karma. So he further says, Kaunteya Arjuna, this karma, sadoshamapi, that karma belonging to any varnas, some may appear to be defective, other may appear to be good, but irrespective of this outer appearance of good or bad, he says, all karmas, though defective, how? Trigunatvat. Trigunatvat means Trigunatmatvat. They being the product of three guna, sattva guna, rajoguna, taboguna, which are the causes of samsara. In spite of that, na tyaji, one should not give up. With that, one should not give up. Karmani adhikritaha manava. The person who is enjoined upon by the Shastras to take to the performance of karma means what? what it means is, this mandate that one should not give up karma is sahaja, applies to only ajnanis and not to jnani. So that is how Trigunaatmaka karma is binding in nature for ajnanis. Jnani is above the Triguna. Trigunati. Why? Continue.
सर्वारंभाः आरभ्यन्ते इति आरंभाः सर्वकर्माणि इति एतत् प्रकरणात्.
Sarvarambha. Arambha means beginning. All beginning. The literal meaning, what is called upakrama. Beginning of something. No, that is not the meaning here. Contextually, it means karma because topic of performance and non-performance of karma is under discussion. So therefore, Bhashyakara clarifies, here arambha means karma because of this reason. Arabhyante iti arambha. Those are arambhyate, those which are undertaken. They are called arambha. Means sarva karmani. All karmas and not any beginning, not any upakrama. Iti. How do you say so? Etat prakarana. Because of this topic under discussion. And what is the topic here? Karma topic. Topic being that of karma, the context being that of karma. Arambha means karma. Why all karmas are defective in nature? Bhashyakara gives the reason. They are product of three gunas. Continue.
ये केचित् आरंभाः स्वधर्माः परधर्माः च ते सर्वे हि यस्मात् त्रिगुणात्मकत्वम् अत्र हेतुः त्रिगुणात्मकत्वात् दोषेण धूमेन सहजेन अग्निः इव आवृताः सहजस्य कर्मणः स्वधर्माख्यस्य परित्यागेन परधर्मानुष्ठाने अपि दोषात् न एव मुच्यते.
This is the reason. Ye kechit arambha swadharma paradharma. Whatever arambhas karma, whether they are swadharma, swakarma, one's karma, or paradharma, parakarma, karma of other varnas. Both karmas of one's varna or those of other varna. They survey all of them. He, because yasmat, meaning he yasmat because trigunatmakatva, they are dosha. Why? What is the reason? Trigunatmakatvam atra hetuhu. They being of the nature of sattva, rajas, and tamogun. That is the reason, cause. And therefore, all of them, swakarma, parakarma, invariably are infested with defects. So, atra hetu, trigunatmakatva, because they being the product of three gunas, doshena avrita. Doshena. What dosha it is? Bandhakatva rupena doshe. defect of being binding in nature. Defect of being binding in nature. Doshena, avrataha are covered, are infested with. How? Sahajena dhumena agnihi iva. Like the fire is covered by smoke, which is born along with fire. Smoke also is born with fire. So therefore, just as the fire is covered by the smoke, which is inborn, born with fire, so also all karmas, swakarma, swadharma, swakarma, or paradharma, parakarma, or gunavan, doshavan, good or bad, all invariably being triguna atmaka, having the nature of three gunas, being product of sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamaguna. So that like this fire being covered by the smoke, avrata, doshena avrata, they are covered by this defect of binding in nature. So therefore, sahajasya karmana, sahajasya sahajayate iti, means swabhavaneyatam karma, nitya karma. Of sahaja karma means swadharmakhyasya. Sahaja karma, which is called here as akya, means called here as swadharma, swakarma, means of one's karma, which is inborn, parityagena, by giving up, and paradharmanusthane api, means by giving up one's karma and performing other varna's karma, even then what? Doshat naiva muchyate. By the defect of all being binding in nature, one cannot get freed from this bondage at all. And one more reason is there for taking to paradharma, parakarma. Why it is? Desire. Because of desire only there. So there's where nowadays no career. So that also is there. So that is the case. Because see, really, Varna Ashrama system, according to the present norms of society, Brahmana is the most affected person. Worstly affected. Why? So intelligent, so sattvic, can do anything and everything, and yet he cannot earn. Think of it. Earning is not meant for Brahmana as Varna system. See? So great, so respected, because he is a custodian of Vedas. Pathanam, pathanam. Study and teach others. Keep the continued lineage. See, he can't amass wealth. He has to depend on the society, whatever the society gives, or those days, kings used to give. They is patronage because that is their duty. And Brahmana should survive. That's why, though highly respected, that is why now, in big yajna yagas, etc., Brahmanas are fed for this purpose. They also sustain themselves. They are given dakshinas for this purpose. Because of the such honorable task they are doing at no cost. So that is the case. It is not from the sense of what? Earning and amassing wealth. Because people, the Shudras are, what is that, illiterate, etc. That may be in some history time, etc. But as Varna system, from the modern norms, Brahmana is the greatest loser. And yet it does, because Swakarmana Tamabhyarchi. That is the wish of Ishvara, mandate of Ishvara. So, Sahajasya Karmana means Swadharma Paritagena, by giving up, not doing that. Paradharmanushtane api, even in doing karma of other varnas, doshat, from the defect, naiva muchyate, that person cannot be freed, means he cannot get rid of that. Other reason will be told, paradharmo bhayava, that we'll see next time. Next time, tomorrow morning.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ